In the quiet suburbs of San Diego, the Williams family faced a pain few could understand. Their son, Tyler, just 13, had lost a long battle with leukemia. The house, once filled with laughter and music, now echoed with silence. Photos of Tyler, smiling, hugging his little sister, wearing his favorite Snoop Dogg hoodie, adorned every room, reminders of moments that felt both close and painfully far away. Sarah, Tyler's mother, struggled to get out of bed each morning. She kept his room untouched, afraid that any change would erase him further. Tyler's father, Marcus, tried to stay strong for his family, but often found himself crying in the garage, where he and Tyler used to tinker with old radios. Emily, Tyler's 8-year-old sister, clung to her parents, asking questions they could barely answer. The neighborhood rallied, delivering casseroles, cards, and words of comfort. But grief is a lonely journey, and the Williams family often felt like they were on an island, drifting further from the world they once knew. At night, Sarah would listen to Tyler's playlist, Snoop Dogg's smooth beats and warm voice, hoping for a moment of peace. Music had always been Tyler's lifeline. Even during treatments, he insisted on playing Snoop's songs, telling his nurses, "Snoop makes everything better." It became a family tradition to dance in the living room. Even when Tyler was tired or in pain, the laughter, the music, and the hope carried them through the hardest days. As weeks passed, the Williams family faced the reality of moving forward. Friends encouraged them to attend a community support group for grieving families, but Marcus hesitated. "No one can understand this pain," he said quietly. Sarah, however, knew they needed something, anything, to help them heal. One evening, Sarah wrote a letter to Snoop Dogg, pouring out her heart. She explained how Tyler's love for Snoop's music had been a light in their darkest moments, and how his dream had always been to meet the rapper. She never expected a response. The act of writing was a way to feel close to Tyler again. Life moved slowly. The seasons changed. Emily went back to school, Marcus returned to work, and Sarah tried to cook dinner again. But the ache of loss remained, a shadow in every corner of their home. The Williams family learned to cherish the small signs, a favorite song on the radio, a story about Tyler from a friend. Still, they wondered if joy would ever return. Then, one afternoon, an unexpected letter arrived. The envelope was gold, the handwriting bold. Inside, a message from Snoop Dogg himself would set in motion a journey the Williams family never imagined. When Sarah saw the letter's return address, she was sure it was a prank. But as she unfolded the paper and read the words inside, her hands began to tremble. Snoop Dogg had written personally to the Williams family. The letter was warm and compassionate, filled with phrases that sounded just like Tyler's hero. "Family is forever, and love never fades. Tyler's light will keep shining. Stay strong. One love, Snoop." She called Marcus and Emily to the kitchen, reading the letter aloud through tears. Marcus, who hadn't cried in front of the family since the funeral, let his emotions flow. Emily hugged her mother, whispering, "Tyler would have loved this." For the first time in weeks, they felt Tyler's spirit close, as if the music that had once connected them was still playing somewhere. Snoop's message wasn't just words. He included an invitation for the family to attend his upcoming charity concert in Los Angeles, VIP passes included. "If you ever need a friend, come through," he wrote. The offer brought a spark of hope, a reason to get out of the house and remember the joy Tyler felt through music. Sarah hesitated. Was it right to celebrate when they still grieved? Marcus, seeing the change in his wife's eyes, encouraged her. "Tyler would want us to go. He'd want us to dance again." Word of Snoop's letter spread through the neighborhood. Friends and teachers reached out with encouragement. The support gave the Williams family strength to accept the invitation. Emily, nervous but excited, picked out her favorite outfit, one Tyler used to say made her look like a superstar. The drive to Los Angeles was filled with memories. The family played Tyler's favorite songs, sharing stories about road trips and family vacations. Each mile brought a mix of sadness and anticipation. At the concert venue, Snoop's team welcomed them like old friends. They were shown backstage, where musicians rehearsed and crew members prepped for the show. The energy was infectious, the sense of community strong. Snoop met the Williams family before the show, giving each of them a hug. "Tyler's got the best seat in the house tonight," he said softly. The warmth and sincerity in his voice brought Sarah to tears once again. For the first time since Tyler's passing, the Williams family felt a glimmer of hope. Maybe, with time, music, and kindness, healing was possible. Backstage, Snoop made the Williams family feel at home. He asked about Tyler, what he liked to do, his favorite songs, the stories that made them smile. Emily told him about dancing to Drop It Like It's Hot in the living room, while Marcus shared how Tyler once tried to rap along, inventing his own funny lyrics. Snoop listened closely, nodding with understanding. He explained how music had helped him through tough times and how fans like Tyler gave his work true meaning. "We're all family here," he said. "Tyler's energy is right here with us." As the concert began, Snoop dedicated the first song to Tyler. The crowd, unaware of the family's story, sensed the emotion in Snoop's words. "This one's for an angel watching over us tonight," he said, and the music took on new depth. The Williams family, seated front and center, let the rhythm wash over them. For the first time in months, they allowed themselves to smile, clap, and even dance. The sorrow didn't disappear, but it softened, mingling with joy and gratitude. Throughout the show, Snoop sent special shout-outs to the family. Emily beamed every time her name was mentioned, while Marcus held Sarah's hand, feeling Tyler's presence in the music and lights. During a quieter moment, Snoop spoke about loss and hope, sharing how he had lost loved ones too. He told the crowd that healing was possible when people came together, celebrated life, and honored memories. The concert ended with a surprise. Snoop invited the Williams family on stage. Nervous but honored, they joined him in front of thousands. Snoop hugged each of them, encouraging the crowd to applaud not just for music, but for love, resilience, and family. Sarah spoke briefly, her voice steady. "Tyler loved this music, and he loved life. Thank you for helping us remember the joy he brought to the world." The audience erupted in support. For the Williams family, the concert was a turning point, a reminder that even in the darkest times, light can return. Returning home, the Williams family carried with them a renewed sense of hope. The concert didn't erase their pain, but it gave them new memories, joyful, powerful, and healing. Tyler's story began to inspire others, as neighbors and strangers sent messages of love and encouragement. Sarah joined a local support group for grieving parents. She shared her experience, describing how Snoop Dogg's kindness brought her family comfort. Others in the group found hope in her story, realizing that healing could come from unexpected places. Marcus reconnected with old friends, inviting them over to listen to music and share memories. He even dusted off the old radios, starting a project with Emily to restore one in Tyler's honor. It became a way for father and daughter to bond, finding light in shared activity. Emily began to draw pictures of Tyler, always smiling, always dancing. She hung them around the house, bringing color and warmth to every room. Her teachers noticed a change, describing her as braver and more open, with a heart that shines. Snoop stayed in touch with the family, sending occasional messages and care packages. He shared Tyler's story with his followers, reminding people everywhere to cherish loved ones and spread kindness. The Williams family decided to organize a charity event in Tyler's name, raising money for leukemia research. They invited neighbors, friends, and local musicians, turning their pain into purpose. At the event, Snoop sent a video message, thanking everyone for supporting the cause. "Tyler's spirit is moving the world, y'all. That's the power of love." For the Williams family, these acts of community and remembrance became essential steps in their healing journey. Through it all, Tyler's presence was felt, not just in memories, but in every act of kindness and every note of music that filled their home. As months passed, Tyler's legacy continued to grow. The charity event became an annual tradition, drawing larger crowds and raising more money each year. Local businesses donated, schools hosted fundraisers, and families affected by leukemia found support and understanding. Sarah and Marcus met other parents on similar journeys. They became mentors, offering comfort and practical advice. Sarah even wrote a blog, sharing stories of Tyler, the power of music, and the importance of community. Emily flourished in school, her artwork winning contests and adorning the walls of the children's hospital where Tyler had been treated. She started a club called Shine On, where kids shared stories, sang songs, and lifted each other up. Snoop Dogg's involvement brought national attention to Tyler's story. He featured the Williams family on a podcast, discussing the impact of music on healing and the importance of never giving up hope. Listeners wrote in from across the country, moved by the family's courage. The Williamses traveled to leukemia awareness events, speaking alongside doctors and advocates. They met researchers and survivors, learning about new treatments and sharing their own journey of loss and hope. Through every challenge, the family stayed united. They honored Tyler in small ways, listening to his favorite songs, baking his favorite cookies, and telling Tyler stories around the dinner table. On Tyler's birthday, they visited his favorite park, releasing balloons with messages of love. Sarah whispered, "We miss you, but your light keeps us going." With each passing day, Tyler's impact grew, not only in their lives, but in the lives of countless others. The Williams family's journey resonated with many. Letters and emails arrived from families who had lost children, each finding solace in the story of Tyler and the kindness they received from Snoop Dogg. Sarah was invited to speak at support groups and conferences, where she met other grieving mothers and fathers. She listened, comforted, and shared what she had learned. That grief is not a path to be walked alone. Marcus started a podcast dedicated to parents coping with loss. He interviewed experts, musicians, and everyday people, always returning to the healing power of music and memory. His gentle voice became a source of comfort to listeners who needed to know they were not alone. Emily's club at school grew, welcoming new members and partnering with local organizations to collect toys and books for children in hospitals. She became a role model for younger students, her compassion shining through in everything she did. Snoop continued to support the family from afar, checking in with messages and sending shout-outs on social media. He arranged for a special dedication during his next tour, inviting the Williams family to attend. The community around the Williams family thrived, drawn together by loss, but strengthened by love and empathy. They shared meals, stories, and tears, finding new ways to celebrate life even as they honored those they'd lost. Through every new connection, Tyler's spirit was present, a reminder that a single life, lived with joy and kindness, can leave an indelible mark. Time moved on, and with it, the shape of the Williams family's grief changed. There were still hard days, but joy became more frequent. Moments of laughter, new adventures, and dreams for the future. Sarah returned to work as a teacher, bringing empathy and understanding to her students. She integrated music and storytelling into her lessons, sharing Tyler's love for Snoop Dogg and the lessons learned from loss. Marcus started volunteering at the Children's Hospital, leading music sessions for young patients. He found healing in helping others, channeling Tyler's memory into every song he played. Emily grew into a confident, empathetic young woman. Her art was featured in local galleries, and she won a scholarship to attend an arts camp in the summer. She dedicated her first exhibition to Tyler, titling it Shine On. The family welcomed new friends into their lives, people they might never have met without Tyler's influence. These friendships brought fresh energy and hope, filling the house with voices and laughter once again. Snoop Dogg's relationship with the family remained strong. He invited them to charity galas, sent tickets to special events, and continued to highlight their work in leukemia awareness. Through all the change, the Williams family never forgot where their healing began, in the love of a son, the power of music, and the kindness of a stranger who became a friend. They looked to the future, ready to honor Tyler by living each day with courage, love, and a commitment to helping others. The annual charity concert in Tyler's name became a beacon of hope. Musicians, families, and survivors gathered to celebrate life, remember loved ones, and raise funds for research and support. Sarah took the stage each year to share Tyler's story, her voice steady and strong. Marcus performed a song he had written with Emily, a tribute to their journey from loss to hope. The event grew, attracting attention from national media and celebrities. Snoop Dogg headlined one year, dedicating the show to Tyler and all children fighting illness. His words inspired the crowd. Tyler's light shines in every beat, every lyric, every heart in this room. The money raised funded new hospital, programs, scholarships, and support networks for grieving families. The Williams family found purpose in their mission, transforming pain into positive action. Emily's Shine On Club partnered with organizations across the country, sending care packages and messages of hope to children in hospitals. She mentored younger students, sharing the lessons she had learned about resilience and empathy. As each concert ended, the Williams family looked out at the sea of faces, strangers united by loss and hope. They knew Tyler's memory would live on, carried forward by every act of kindness, every song, every smile. Their story became a testament to the enduring power of love and the extraordinary difference one life can make. Years later, the Williams family continued to honor Tyler's legacy. They grew and changed, but the lessons of his life and the love that sustained them remained at the heart of everything they did. Sarah's writing reached new audiences, inspiring people around the world. Marcus's podcast touched countless lives, building a community of support and understanding. Emily became an artist and advocate, her work featured in galleries and hospitals across the country. Snoop Dogg stayed a part of their lives, a friend, mentor, and source of inspiration. Together, they launched new initiatives, reaching even more families and spreading hope. On the anniversary of Tyler's passing, the family gathered at his favorite park, surrounded by friends old and new. They played his favorite songs, shared stories, and released lanterns into the night sky, each one a symbol of love, memory, and the light that never fades. As they watched the lanterns rise, Sarah whispered, "We miss you, Tyler. Thank you for showing us how to shine." And in homes, hospitals, and hearts across the country, Tyler's spirit lived on, proof that even in the face of loss, love endures, and hope is never truly lost.